Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Wednesday, June 4th. Coming up on Cullman Today, Fairview moves forward with trailer park demolition and discusses Air-Evac benefits. Baileyton recognizes outstanding citizens and prepares for summer events. And Cullman supports student performers and local theater projects. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Fairview Town Council met Monday night, and the first order of business was to discuss the demolition of the local trailer park. The council agreed unanimously to deem the area surplus and to bid out the removal of vacant trailers. Questions around Fairview's Air-Evac contract that benefits citizens was also discussed. As Mayor Henry explained, Air-Evac would provide pickup for a Fairview town member anywhere in Cullman County. For the insured, the service would cost nothing. For the uninsured, the Medicare allowable rate, which is approximately $55, would apply. Town members automatically receive this coverage as a benefit of living in the town limits. In other business, citizens' requests for road repair, an investigation of road hazards caused by beaver dams, and a projected opening of Jack's Family Restaurant of January 2026. The next Fairview Town Council meeting is scheduled for 6 p.m. on July 7th. Monday's Baileyton Town Council meeting started by closing out old business. First, Town Clerk Summer Bixler discussed her efforts in organizing the financial statements from prior to the beginning of her tenure. This is an ongoing process, but the town now only has 2 months' worth of 2024 statements left to update before their audit can be completed. Next up, Mayor Callaway acknowledged that town roadways are in need of maintenance and has been hindered by the consistent rain, assuring the town that mowing and road patching will commence as soon as possible. In new business, the council unanimously voted Charlie Whitehead as Volunteer of the Year and Martha Guthrie as Citizen of the Year. Whitehead and Guthrie will be recognized at the next regularly scheduled town council meeting. In other business, June Bargain Days will take place on June 7th at 8 a.m. in Baileyton Town Park. July Bargain Days has been rescheduled to Saturday, July 12th due to Independence Day holidays. And a resolution was passed to appoint the town clerk to be charged with the supervision and management of the general municipal election. The next town council meeting date will be Monday, July 7th at 7 p.m. at Baileyton Town Hall. The Cullman City Council met Monday and showed its support for local arts by donating to the Cullman High School Theater program and by acting on plans to renovate the building recently purchased to house Cullman Community Theater. The council recognized CHS for its first place finish in the high school theater competition and presented the program a $5,000 check to help over 30 students and staff attend the International Thespian Festival in Bloomington, Indiana, beginning on June 21st, where they will perform Charlotte's Web as Alabama's official representatives. The council also voted to apply to the Appalachian Regional Commission for funds to renovate the building purchased in July 2024 to create a performance venue for Cullman Community Theater and other performing art programs. The council held public hearings for 2 rezoning ordinances and the first reading of an ordinance to authorize the issuance of a general obligation warrant in the amount of $5.5 million through the State Revolving Loan Fund to improvements to the city's sanitary sewer system. Advised by the state to act quickly on the plan, the council suspended regular rules of order to pass the ordinance Monday evening. The council approved a special event permit to the Cullman County Library for a summer reading kickoff block party on Clark Street from noon to 2 p.m. on June 10th. The Cullman City Council meets next Monday, June 23rd at 7 p.m. in the City Hall Auditorium, and the public is invited to attend. The City of Cullman Water Department will be making infrastructure improvements for the city schools today. These improvements will unfortunately disrupt the water service for many properties surrounding Cullman High and middle schools. The water is planned to be off from 9 a.m. until completion. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, 3 Alabama players earn academic honors, and kickoff times for Auburn's first 3 football games have been released. Sports is next. Welcome back. Let's lead off today's sports segment with a look at the latest postseason honors earned by some of our local college baseball standouts. Alabama had 3 student athletes named to the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District Team for baseball, the CSC announced Tuesday. The Crimson Tide's 3 honorees include Zane Adams, Tyler Fay, and Will Hodo. The trio are part of a total of 21 baseball players that have earned a combined 28 all-district accolades in Alabama history. With their selection, Alabama has had at least 1 all-district honoree in each of the last 6 seasons, dating back to 2020. Prior to the current stretch, Alabama had not had an academic all-district team member since 2011. In total, Alabama has earned 10 academic All-American honors since 1972. The most recent academic All-American selection for the Tide was Owen Diodati when he was named as a third-teamer in 2022. The CSC Academic All-America program recognizes the nation's top student athletes for their combined performances on the diamond and in the classroom. The CSC Academic All-America program separately recognizes baseball honorees in 4 divisions: NCAA Division I, II, and III, along with NAIA. Moving over to some football news from Auburn, the SEC released kickoff times and TV networks for the first 3 weeks of the 25 season Thursday, giving Auburn fans a chance to plan ahead as they get ready for the upcoming football season. Auburn will open the season on the road at Baylor in a rare Friday night game. The Tigers and Bears will kick off at 7 p.m. on August 29th, and the game will be televised on Fox. It's only the 5th matchup between the 2 schools and the first since 1976. The first matchup on the Plains will be against Ball State at 6:30 p.m. on September 6th in the team's home opener. ESPNU will carry the game. The Tigers are 106-16-3 all-time in home openers. In Week 3, Auburn will host South Alabama at 11:45 on September 13th for this year's homecoming game. The game will be televised on SEC Network. It's the first ever meeting between the 2 schools. TV windows will be announced for all remaining SEC-controlled games in June, with select games tagged as flex games between the afternoon and night windows. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, a deer and turkey management workshop, a local hygiene drive, a faith perspective from a Holly Pond student, and local SROs attend Leads course. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The Cullman County Forestry Planning Committee will be conducting a 6.5-hour white-tailed deer and wild turkey management workshop on Wednesday, June 11th. This workshop will cater to the landowner or manager who is interested in improving habitat to attract, hold, and provide for better quality deer and turkey populations. The topic will include biology and habitat requirements, forest management, effective food plots, prescribed burning, quality deer management techniques, habitat enhancement, predators, and disease. In addition, resources and assistance programs suited to help meet wildlife and land management goals will be outlined. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. at Camp Meadowbrook. The workshop will run from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. There is no cost to attend, but seating is limited. Pre-registration is required. Registration includes a seat at the workshop, lunch, and printed materials. A total of 5.5 continuing forester education and professional logging manager credits are available. Visit www.aces.edu/go/4999 to register for the workshop. The Cullman Electric Cooperative is hosting a hygiene drive to benefit the Link of Cullman County. The co-op will be collecting essential hygiene items at their offices in Cullman and Addison through the months of June and July. Holly Pond's Ava Claire will be a senior in August, and on May 25th, she gave her life to Jesus Christ alongside 3 of her best friends. Making the decision alongside them meant the world to her, and so many of her loved ones and the younger kids watched the whole thing. Claire shared her thankfulness to be loved by so many people. She said that she hopes that it encourages the little kids who were there that day to make that decision for themselves. Claire wants to play a part in helping other people find God, and being a role model for younger kids is at the top of her list. Claire recently attended a church camp where she says she believes that they had a great response to the outreach and prays that they planted seeds in the people they spoke to. School resource officers Brian Medlock, Danny Palisade, and SRO Sergeant Todd Craig attended the LEADS course, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, at the 26th Annual TAASRO Conference at Orange Beach, Alabama this week. TAASRO stands for the Alabama Association of School Resource Officers, whose mission it is to focus on building a partnership between law enforcement, students, and faculty to provide a positive and safe learning environment according to their website. Cullman Police Department said their officers are constantly training and learning so they can better serve and protect Cullman schools, and this course equips them with new tools and strategies to help keep students safe and drug-free while building strong, positive relationships with school communities. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at your weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week. Wanda Faye Maddox Smith, 85, of Center Hill, passed away on Sunday, June 1st. A celebration of life will be held on Saturday, June 7th at noon at the Methodist Church in Holly Pond. John Roland McGraw, 81, of Falkville, passed away on Sunday, June 1st. Funeral service will be at 2 p.m. on Thursday, June 5th at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Fairview West Cemetery. Visitation will be today from 5 to 7 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home. Marlon Ray Hawkins, 86, of Vinemont, passed away on Sunday, June 1st. Funeral service will be at noon on Thursday, June 5th at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. A graveside service with military honors will follow at Dorsey Creek Cemetery in Bremen. Visitation will be held on Thursday, June 5th at Hansville Funeral Home from 10 a.m. to noon. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will be sunny and breezy with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. We'll see a high near 87 and a low around 67 with partly cloudy skies tonight. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and a high near 89 and a low around 70. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting cullmantribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.